Hello, as you can see by the content of my table today, I have decided to make a comparison review, or it will be more fair to say comparison overview probably, because I won't rank them, I won't name best and worst. I don't like creating these top charts, top 10 killer headphones, top 10 inexpensive Hi-Fi models that will beat your flagships. No, I just collected all flagships that I've got, and I've set the lower limit to $1,500, and so I filtered out Andromeda and Atlas and Mirage that I got for review recently. But there are so many reviews about Andromeda and Atlas, so I don't see much sense in reviewing them. And also, new limited Andromeda is coming, and if I'll get one for review, I will do a separate video for it, but for now, for classical Andromeda, I will skip. So, it's flagship models that I've got. Unfortunately, I don't have many popular top-of-the-line models, but I've got what I've got, and this review will be a bit brief. It's just to give you an idea of these models. If you are interested in more detailed reviews, I reviewed all of them separately. I will put links into the description. You can follow the links and watch more detailed reviews. So, Campfire Audio Solaris, Noble Audio Kaiser Encore, Unique Melody Maven, also Noble Audio Han, and Unique Melody Mason V3. That's the flagship models that I've got, and let's have a closer look. Let's start with the most affordable model, but at the same time it's the most expensive model in the Campfire Audio lineup. It's Solaris, is their flagship hybrid in-ear monitors. Here I used a pretty big dynamic driver for low frequencies with their custom amorphous diamond-like carbon diaphragm. Also they used the proprietary technologies to tune the low sound. Also here you will have one custom ported balanced armature driver for mids and two for high frequencies, and also there, I'm always forgetting the meaning of that abbreviation, true acoustic extension chamber, for proper sound tuning. As you can see, as usual, design is really superb. Really great level of craft, great textures, nice attractive look, that combination of gold and black. Let me show you the spout, that custom grill, everything is meshed perfectly and produced really perfectly. Well, I won't probably tell much about the fit, because all these models fits nicely into my ears. Probably my ears got used to different in-ear monitors for years of testing and trying. That's probably the explanation, but I got zero issues with fit with these models. So their proprietary beryllium coated MMCX connectors, really nice quality, good silver leads, nice cable, a bit lacking, actually not lacking, probably it's medium in terms of softness, not super soft, but neither is really hard. So accessory set and all other related stuff you can find in separate review. And about the sound, so dynamic, punchy, weighty bass. It's accented, and there is a lot of bass, lot of lows, but at the same time it's not crossing the limit where I'd say that it will be too much. It's accented, it's tasty, it's a solid foundation, but at the same time it's enjoyable, it's dynamic, and it has a really good resolution. Of course, not balanced armature, but really good for the dynamic driver, really resolving with great weight and everything that you can expect from the good, well-tuned dynamic driver. Mids are a bit recessed, actually not recessed, but just not as forward as lows and treble. But at the same time, thanks to the resolution, they don't sounding veiled, they don't sounding moved to second stage and so on. Imaginary stage is pretty big, it's not the record one among all those, but pretty big. And treble, that's what I really like, because this TAG technology allows Campfire audio to create really good, really weighted treble with really good layering, nice extension, not super extended but nice extension. It's enough to provide the necessary overtones, but at the same time it's not super extended to bring all the dirt of compression that is commonly met in modern recordings. So good attacks and decays on the treble and perfect balance of weight, so that will give you nice sense of realism. They are highlighting a bit emotions, not focusing on the micro detalization, but really good in macro dynamics. So if you like emotions, if you like accented lows, if you like nice prominent treble, if you like fun sounding but of course still technical, Solaris is a good choice for you. Just keep in mind that their impedance is 10 ohms and sensitivity is 115 decibels, so you need for them source with almost zero output impedance and at the same time with low level of background noise. It's pretty important for them. Next one is Noble Audio Kaiser Encore, the oldest model in my collection. Well, actually not in my collection, in this collection. It's a really well-known model, gathered a lot of attention. Of course, when we speak about Noble Audio, they are one of the pioneers in creating sophisticated in-ear monitors with complex design, with a lot of drivers, and usually they are really good in design. Just visit their website and check out the lookbook. It's one of the most beautiful creations. All the in-ear monitors looks like some work of art, and that's when it comes to the custom in-ear monitors. And Kaiser Encore is universal in-ear monitors, as you can see. Also really nice looking case, nice combination of navy blue and silver. They got now limited version of Kaiser Encore made of brass, but its price is $2,600. I think it's a bit too much. Regular version costs $1,850 and it's pretty good price. Also nice size, good fit. Here are the spouts and their signature said alien Bors configuration. Well, let me put tips back. It's my, how to name it, actually everyday usage in-ear monitors. I use them most often when I'm at home. I use them with almost everything, with smartphones, tablets, with players. It's number one tool to check everything out. I used their signature and I know actually that allows me to understand what is the sound of the player or of the other source itself, and because I can minimize the effect of this in ear monitors because they are too familiar for me. Cable pretty regular but sturdy and reliable, 2-pin connectors used, so for accessory set and other stuff just visit the link. And in terms of sound, it's a properly created, well, not V-shaped signature, not typical V-shape, but it's signature with slight accent on the lows and on the treble. Here used 10 balanced armatures per side, and with 10 balanced armatures you can achieve a lot, and that's what Noble Audio did. Well, you will have slightly accented but fast dynamic, or actually not dynamic driver, balanced armature base. It's with a bit faster attacks and decays, but at the same time with a lot of weight, with good depth, not for example, as deep as here, but still good depth, a bit faster, a bit leaner, but at the same time great with texturing, great with resolution, a lot of that nuances, especially it's fun with real acoustic instruments, really enjoyable, and with synthesized bass it's okay too, but a bit less punchy than hybrid and dynamic driver models. Mids are weighty, emotional, main focus is made on the macro dynamics. They are not going deep into micro detalization, but resolution is still pretty nice. Imaginary stage is good. Well, it's subjective, it's all a bit wider than Solaris, and the depth is the same. But once again, I need to highlight that stage is absolutely subjective, so for you result could be totally different, because every brain builds the stage in a different way. And treble, it's a bit accented, but at the same time it stays really polite, well, not polite, but it's always comfortable, at least for me. It's not going too sharp, too sibilant, of course with good resolution and nice extension, so everything that you can expect. And also I need to admit that they also have good weight, a bit less than Solaris, but still pretty weighty. Well, probably I think I will compare each next model with previous one to make things a bit more precise. Next one is the most recently reviewed Unique Melody Maven. It's a great example of modern technologies because its metal shelf is 3D printed from the thin titanium, and as you can see, the 3D printing technology here used at its maximum. Really unusual, stylish design, but at the same time really comfortable fit and nice, pretty ergonomic, traditional, probably it could be called traditional shell. Let me pull the tip. Here, nice extended spouts providing good fit, above average sound isolation. Of course, protective grille is installed, everything is at its place. So here used 11 drivers per each earpiece, if I remember configuration right, 4 drivers for low frequencies, 4 for treble, 2 for mids, and 1 additional is called tuning balanced armature driver. Price is about $2,000, but sometimes they are available with discount. Actually, I think all these models can sometimes have a discount, so it was useless note from my side probably. Here used 2-pin connectors, pretty tight, with recessed pins. Let me put it back. Nice cable, pretty soft, but at the same time really well in terms of ergonomic. That's probably everything about the design. For accessory set and extended source, please visit a link. In terms of sound, Unique Melody decided to make almost natural signature with slight accented lows and more accented treble. It's interesting tuning that will give you nice balanced armature lows. They are pretty deep with good control, really impactful, a bit deeper than Kaiser ones, but a bit less accented than in Kaiser, and of course with good resolution, and also traditionally for balanced armatures a bit faster attacks and decays, but at the same time it's great for the acoustic instruments and so on. For electronic music I'd probably prefer some hybrid model, but it's just a matter of tastes. Mids are nice, really natural with slight accent on the micro detalization, but at the same time thanks to dual balanced armatures, weight is okay, not the greatest, not the worst, but okay, really okay weight, and it gives enough body for the instruments, it will give enough body to the vocal, and that will give really natural sound. Imaginary stage is big, one of the biggest in this set, and pretty good in depth without any attempts to add more depth, without attempts to move something forward, backward like some linear monitors do. And treble is accented, so if you are treble sensitive, probably you need to listen this model before buying, because if you're sensitive to that part of region, they can be a bit too hot for you, but for me they are still okay. And this accented treble highlight all that overtones, all that tiny nuances that goes into the treble area. And treble here is good, it has nice extension and really good weight, almost superb layering, so for those who are fans of treble, it's definitely a worthy model with really good balanced armature treble. Next price tier is $2,400, and that's crazy expensive, I think, but for that amount of money you will have Noble Audio Han. It's their recent addition to their lineup, their new flagship, the model that they've called King of the Kings, and it's one of the most sophisticated models created in the in-ear monitors world. It uses 3 different type of drivers, 10mm dynamic driver for low frequencies, 4 balanced armatures for mids, and 10mm ceramic piezo tweeter for the treble. So sophisticated design that was tuned for more than a year to be finally implemented in these in-ear monitors. So pretty as usual for Noble Audio, unusual design. This time they made it of plastic with unusual swirl textures on the faceplates. Now Han is available as custom in-ear monitors, you can purchase it. Metal spout with protective grill, so everything that you can expect from the well-built in-ear monitors. Also pretty good spout extension, so sound isolation is really nice. If your ears are small, probably it will be one of the best fitting models, but it depends on how small they actually are. 2-pin cable here used. As you can see, pretty familiar design, black and white cable, but nice, really soft and ergonomic. And in terms of sound, it's a natural model that tries to be not so natural. Actually, Noble Audio had 2 X flagships, so one was Kaiser Encore and second one was Katana, 7 balanced armature driver model that was tuned for total neutrality for those who like, well, not maybe absolutely, but who likes monitoring sound. And Han is trying to balance between these 2 types of tuning, trying to be natural, but at the same time adding a bit of additions, let's say, so a bit of fancy things to the tuning. So bass is almost not accented, but at the same time it's impactful, it's pretty deep. It's not super deep as for example Solaris one, but at the same time depth is good, as well as weight, as well as resolution. So it's a bit less resolving than, for example, Maven's, but at the same time it's a bit more, let's call it, organic, because, you know, good sound is not a matter of only resolution, but it also needs to have proper weight, proper attacks and decays. And it's a bit subjective, but I always prefer dynamic bass, because balanced armature bass sounding for me a bit too fast in terms of attacks and decays, and dynamic driver will give you more realistic attacks and decays, as it should be. Mids are natural, but with really good weight for balanced armatures. For me, it's probably the biggest quantity that well, maybe not the biggest, maybe here we've got also a lot of armatures. Not sure about Kaiser's internal structure. Actually, Noble Audio are not a fans of disclosing technical specifications. They tell you only the minimum required details. So mids are weighty, really good in terms of resolution, but not going deep into micro detalization, wide and deep imaginary stage, so really good 3-dimensional positioning you will get. And really nice, well extended treble with extension above average, probably one of two most extended with Maven together. And what is also important, what I like with piezo drivers, they will give you nice amount of weight on the treble. Sorry for the strain. So treble is also really weighty with good layering and filling everything with overtones. And the most expensive ones with really stunning price of $2,700, it's Unique Melody Mason 3rd version. They already started teasing that soon they will release V3 Plus, but until it not happened, I will tell about V3. And actually also they mentioned that changings won't be huge, just minor tweaks, so I think it will be valid for V3 Plus. Really complex, sophisticated design, 16 balanced armatures with 4-way crossover, and a lot of really unusual features implemented here. First one is design. There are a lot of options, tuning different types of faceplates, different textures, transparent and non-transparent shells, so all that you can expect from the high-end custom in-ear monitors building company you will have. Let me show you the spout. Metal spout, really well extended, so really good sound isolation and everything else. Let me put it back. Their unique acoustic bass tuning knob, you just rotate it to change the amount of low frequencies. And another interesting thing is that two-type hybrid cable, so you can swap left and right cable, and use this way you will swap between copper and silver-plated copper cable, altering sound a little bit. So basically the only model with sound tuning options in high-end segment, but I must admit that these options are really modest, just slight tuning, not big changes. So in terms of sound, it's the technical resolving with great balance. 16 drivers, it's really hard to tune, and it's so easy to fail tuning 16 drivers, but Unique Melody managed to do that. So almost linear representation without any unnatural accents. So one of the most natural sounding in-ear monitors with really spacious stage. But let's go from low frequencies. So lows are balanced armatures, but weight is really good, because here used 4 balanced armatures for low frequencies only. Good depths, but at the same time they are not making accent on the low depths or on the low bass or on the mid bass, so no accents on bass. So if you got used to accented signature, probably it won't be a model for you, but if you like absolutely not raised lows, it will be a great option. Really superb texturing and pretty realistic attacks and decays. Mids are going a bit to the micro detalization, but macro dynamics is also good. Resolution, well, one of the best, of course, nothing that you can expect, nothing else you can expect here. Big and spacious imaginary stage, and mids transitioning smoothly to the treble that has really good extension, and because of that they require really properly recorded tracks without issues in the treble area, without compression issues. Of course, nice weight and pretty good resolution, really natural, and so on. They are really close to the Kaiser Encore, not Kaiser Encore, to the Khan. I did comparisons before, so really close in terms of signature with slight difference. But if you like technical representation, but at the same time not 100% monitoring, but lively and engaging, Maven could be an option for you. And as a short conclusion, I will try to share my subjective, I highlight that once again, it's subjective opinion, what earphones you should choose. Of course, I think that if you're going to spend more than $1,000 for the in-ear monitors, you should definitely listen them before buying, and buying something blindly it is not a good option, but just my subjective thoughts. So for electronic music, for those who prefer emotional, engaging representation with low accent, with nice crisp treble, it's Solaris. Kaiser Encore is model for those who like emotions, but a bit highlighted, but not super highlighted, and at the same time who want more resolution and who want more weight. It's Kaiser Encore. Unique Melody Maven is model for those who prefer clarity, who prefer resolution, who like treble, who like upper frequencies accent, and it's great model for classical music, for vocal, for instrumental music and genres like that. Khan is model for those who like natural but not monitoring, not clinical representation, for those who like dynamic driver lows in the high-end segment, so who like more weight on the lows, who like dynamic driver attacks and decays, and for those who like weighty treble thanks to this ceramic driver with good extension. And if you need something really high-end, if you need maximum resolution, if you need big spacious stage, if you need sound without any coloration, then your option could be Mason V3 or V3 Plus actually. Thank you for attention.